Hello students, this is your faculty Shilpa Arvai speaking. I hope everyone are doing good. So as per our previous classroom discussion, we were discussing about the fourth module, that is set off and carry forward of losses and total income and tax liability of an individual. So we have discussed till the calculation of total income of an individual. So I made you to solve certain problems upon this particular topic. So I suggest you that you people are having the material with all the question paper problems with solutions. So you have to solve all the question paper problems and solutions. If you get any doubts, any queries, you can contact me over the telephone or you can message me so that we can fix the meeting to clarify your doubts. So in this video I am going to directly discuss the next concept, that is calculation of tax liability of an individual. So before going to discuss about this topic, I just want to have a glance about the theoretical aspects whatever we have discussed in our previous classroom discussion. We have discussed about I am in the page number 454. So we have discussed about various types of assessees and procedure for computing total income. And we have discussed about the rounding of the total income under section 288A. And we have also discussed with respect to the tax slab for different types of individuals, that is individual, senior citizen and super senior citizens. Before going through this video, it is better for you people to go through this slab for the sake of having better understanding. Now let us discuss how to calculate the net tax liability of an individual with the help of this table. So here they have taken first item as tax on total income. This is the page number 457. So tax on total income means we need to calculate the tax liability as per the slab of an individual, senior citizen and super senior citizen, which has been given in the previous page. So after calculating the tax on total income, we need to deduct the rebate under section 87A. So rebate means this is the reduction in the tax liability available to the individual, senior citizen and super senior citizen if his total income does not exceed 3,50,000 rupees only. The amount of rebate is 2,500 rupees or 100% of income tax, whichever is less. So if it is applicable, we have to deduct the rebate, and next we need to add the surcharge at 10% or 50% as the case may be. So when the 10% is applicable means if the total income of the assessee exceeds 50 lakh and does not exceed 1 crore rupees, 10% of surcharge is applicable, and if the total income of the assessee exceeds 1 crore rupees, 15% of surcharge is applicable. So it doesn't apply if the total income of the individual does not exceed 50 lakh rupees. So if it is not applicable, we should show it as nil. So after the imposition of surcharge only, we need to add the next item, that is health and education cess at 4% of income tax. So after this we need to make the total tax liability, total of tax payable by the individual. So out of that, if in the problem if they have mentioned any of these three items, it has to be deducted. So those are, first one, tax deducted at source. Tax deducted at source means if the person or the company making at the time of making the payment to their employees or the other person, if he deducts certain percentage of tax and makes the payment, and later if he deposits this deducted amount of money to the government, that is known as tax deducted at source. Next, tax collected at source anta heltare. Tax collected at source means it is the tax imposed by the seller upon the buyer at the time of selling certain specific goods only. For example, example of specific goods, liquor of alcoholic nature and coal, iron ore, etc. And one more example is timber wood. Next, advance tax paid. Advance tax paid means as per the section of 207 of the Income Tax Act 1961, advance tax is a form of tax payment in the parts on the estimated income of the year instead of full tax payment at the year end. Every person whose estimated tax liability for the year end is 10,000 rupees or more, is liable to pay advance tax. It is paid in installments. So these are the explanation of all these three items. If it has been mentioned in the problem, it has to be deducted out of total tax liability in order to get the net tax payable amount of refund due to the employee or an individual. Now come to the page number 483. Let me explain a simple problem with respect to calculation of tax liability of an individual. Here they have given total income of an individual is 16 lakh rupees for the previous year 2018-19. Compute his tax liability for the assessment year 2019-20 if he is a senior citizen, super senior citizen or other individual. In these three cases also we need to calculate the tax liability. First we have taken here that is computation of tax liability of a senior citizen. So for senior citizen, if you go through the slab, you will get to know that the exemption limit is available up to the amount of 3 lakh rupees. His total income is 16 lakh rupees. So out of 16 lakh, he is going to get the exemption limit of 3 lakh rupees. On the first 3 lakh, total income is nil. On the next 2 lakh rupees of total income, the tax liability is 5%. If we calculate the 5% upon 2 lakh rupees, the amount is 10,000 rupees. So here we have taken overall, if we add these two amount, 5 lakh rupees it will come. So on the next 5 lakh rupees, the total income is 20%, that is 1 lakh. On the balance of 6 lakh rupees total income, 6 lakh rupees of total income, the tax slab is 30%. We get the amount 1,80,000 rupees. If we add these three amount, we get the total amount of 2,90,000 rupees. If the total amount does not exceed 50 lakh rupees, there is no surcharge is applicable. So here they have simply shown adding of surcharge. They have taken it as nil. Next, upon the total of next residual income, we have to add the 4% of education cess. That is 2,90,000 into 4%. It comes as 11,600. If we add this to 2,90,000, we get 3,01,600. This is total tax liability. In the same way, we need to calculate it for super senior citizen as well as individuals. The slab remains same. Calculation procedure remains same. Only the exemption limit changes. That's it. I'll also explain that also. So next one is computation of tax liability of a super senior citizen. For super senior citizen, the first exemption limit is 5 lakh rupees of total income. So on first 5 lakh rupees of total income, it is exempted. Tax liability is nil. On the next 5 lakh rupees, so first in a slab, first two items should constitute 10 lakh rupees. Not first two items, means including exemption limit plus next item together constitute 5 lakh. Next in the second step, or it may be in the third step, it should constitute 5 lakh. So which exceeds 10 lakh, the amount of total income of an individual which exceeds 10 lakh, upon that balance we need to charge the tax liability of 30%. Here on the next 5 lakh rupees, they are going to charge 20% of tax, that will come as 1 lakh rupees. On the balance of 6 lakh rupees, we have to charge 30%, that comes as 1,80,000 rupees. Here total gross tax liability is 2,80,000 rupees. Upon this, so simply we are showing adding of surcharge, it has to be taken as nil. Next, adding education cess at 4%, that comes as 11,200 rupees. The total tax liability is 2,91,200. In the same way, they have shown it here for other individuals also. For other individuals, the first exemption limit is 2,50,000 rupees. For first 2,50,000 rupees, it is nil. On the next 2,50,000 rupees, it is 12,500. You can observe here that first two items constitute 5 lakh rupees. So next 5 lakh rupees we consider here. On the next 5 lakh rupees, we charge 20% that is that amount comes as 1 lakh rupees. On the remaining balance of 6 lakh rupees, we have to charge 30%, that comes as 1,80,000 rupees. The total tax liability is 2,92,500 rupees. So as usual, the surcharge is nil here. Next we need to add health and education cess of 4%, that is 11,700. The total tax liability of an individual is 3,04,200. The same problem continues here also. They have taken the same problem. In addition to that, in addition to the previous problem, they have added certain other adjustments here. We will also discuss that here. In the above problem, the assuming that the total income 16 lakh includes long-term capital gain of 2 lakh rupees and winning from lottery 1 lakh rupees, calculate the tax liability. As we have discussed previously in the class, certain specific items will be charged at different tax rates. Those are, here the total income includes long-term capital gain of 2 lakh rupees. For long-term capital gain of 2 lakh rupees, we charge the income tax at 20%, and for winning from lottery, we charge the tax rate at 30%. Here we need to calculate the tax for those items separately first. So as you can observe in the number 1 here in solution, on tax on long term capital gain 2 lakh rupees into 20% has taken first, that comes 40,000. Next, tax on lottery winnings, that is 1 lakh into 30%, 30,000 has taken. So we need to consider the total income after deducting these two amounts, that is 2 lakh plus 1 lakh rupees. Total together constitute 3 lakh rupees. So after deducting these 2 lakh and 1 lakh in the total income of an assessee, total income is 16 lakh rupees. So if we deduct 3 lakh rupees out of 16 lakh rupees, we get rest of the amount, that is 13 lakh rupees. In this 13, upon this 13 lakh rupees, we need to impose the remaining tax liability upon as per the slab what we have discussed just now. So that is on first 3 lakh rupees of total income of a senior citizen. They have taken here senior citizen. So for senior citizen, the exemption limit is 3 lakh rupees. It is nil. And on the next 2 lakh rupees of total income, it is 5%. The amount comes as 10,000. On the next 5 lakh rupees of total income, it is charged at 20%. Amount comes as 1 lakh rupees. On the balance of 3 lakh of total income, it is charged at 30%. The amount comes as 90,000. The total of these 90,000 plus 1 lakh plus 10,000 rupees, it comes as 2 lakh rupees, and this 2 lakh rupees has to be added to earlier tax liability. It comes as 2,70,000 rupees. Next, the procedure continues as we have discussed in the slab. Surcharge is not applicable here, hence we have taken it as nil. Next, we need to add 4% of health and education cess. So that comes as 10,800. So if we add all these amounts together, we get total tax liability. In the same way, we have to calculate it for senior citizen as well as individual person. The only thing differs is the exemption limit. That's it. Remaining calculation procedure remains same for both other category. Thank you.